Rory Hayes, congratulations, heading for a Munster final after a superb team performance today here in Cusack Park, beating Cork in a classic game of hurling. The hurling gets better with Clare, you've had a classic with Limerick now, and this today was absolutely out of this world.
I think, it was a great game. Thought it was, for the fans, it was a great spectacle. I think we kind of let them in it a couple of times, a bit easy. So we still have plenty of work to do to scrub up for the Munster final now, but we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, Cork are a team were always looking for goals, but you just kept them at bay the whole time. Even that penalty, I thought you defended really well. I'm not too sure, but I'd have to look at it again.
Yeah, we'll have to look at it again. But look, when a man's going in and go like that, you're going to be. You're trying your best not to foul, with the referee and the linesmen and the umpires were just there, so they obviously thought it was a foul, so the foul stands. And then obviously Aver was unlucky. Aver was brilliant save, and we were unlucky. I thought we were a bit flat-footed to get on the rebound. But again, there are things that we need to work on. It wasn't a perfect performance, but again, we'll take the positives and we'll also look at the negatives. Moving forward.
Conor going off there, it didn't seem to knock you off your stride. When Conor got injured there and he went off, Shane Murray stepped in there, he really stepped up to the plate.
Obviously, Cleary has been a huge player for Clare now for the last number of years, and he's been like a stalwart there in the defence. So he's obviously a massive loss. Hopefully it's not too bad. But then again, you look at the likes of the bench and you see a seasoned defender like Paul Flanagan and someone like Shane Murray with his pace and his hurling to come on, and obviously he comes on, he gets 3 scoring opportunities, scores a point. Unlucky with the other 2 scores, but he did brilliant defending as well when he was on top players like Kingston and Hernley for periods of the game there.
Yeah, late in the game there when the pressure was on, you were really off the mark there, yourself and Adam, off the mark. You were fast out and you were out in front of the Cork lads. That was vital. If they had got that 1 or 2 scores that we got. Yeah,
well, I think, looking back at the games for the rest of the Munster Championship, I think we knew in the full back line we can improve, personally anyway. And that was an area to improve on, was just the anticipation of the delivery of ball and getting out in front, and we were just a bit flat-footed in previous games. I think today was a lot better. Still wasn't perfect, but as I said before, we'll take the positives now and we'll not look at the negatives.
Yeah, the 2 lads out in front of you, the 3 lads out in front of you, John Connell now standing again. David Ryan and David McInerney, when the game was there to be won, when you were all trying to win that game, those 2 lads stepped up, and the points they got, David got 2 great points, and Dermot had 2 points scored already, but that winning point was under pressure was something else.
I think we were very lucky. I think some people will look at our half back line being a weak point in us, but to be honest, they're exceptional. The 3 of them, they're exceptional long strikes to the ball. They're 3 tough men. I've never seen a man to work as hard like John Collins, so he does so much work behind the scenes himself, to make sure that he's always in tip-top condition, to make sure that he's always tactically acute for each game. They're 3 obviously fantastic players, and again, they're really a driving force of the team. Every day we go.
Yeah, Cathal Malone, another man, does an awful lot of work, and he works and works and works and works. It gives an awful lot to the team.
Yeah, well, both Taylor and Malone, fantastic legs in them. They do their job in midfield and they get on with the game. Excellent players.
Yeah. The lads coming off the bench again, it's a 20-man team now, isn't it?
Well, in this round robin series, you need every player you have, and that goes back 1 to 35, and all the 20s that are on the panel as well. They've obviously done serious work with their 20s, and they were very unlucky there in the Munster final. But each player that we have, is very, very important, and we all know that. You take the foot off the gas for a minute, and you will be substituted or you'll be off the panel, and someone else will just be straight in to take your place.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a 35-man game now.
It is indeed. So you're going down now. You have a 3-week break, I think, which is, I'm sure you'll want it. You have extremely hard games there, 4 extremely hard games. It's a tough, just to get to the Munster final. How hard? It's so hard to win it, to get there.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing that happened last year. We did so well to get there. I think we were beaten to get to the Munster final. Then just ran out of steam towards the end. You could argue that we maybe ran out of a bit of steam. Peaked a bit too early maybe, but I think this year now we're trending in the right direction. Obviously disappointed the first game against Tip, but we knew that wasn't a true reflection on our performance and on the way we could play hurling. So we just drove it on. Each game we got better and better. I think we're trending in a good direction now.
a year older and a year wiser, I suppose, Roy. You really want to win this cup, John Chief? That crowd you heard the crowd, especially the crowd over in the shed, as they call it now. After the game, I've never witnessed that after a Clare game. The way they were so excited and so appreciative of you.
Yeah, look, I think that was looking over at the team, the crowd there was unreal. But I think it's very important just to remember, we got the win today, we got the win last week and the week before, but there's nothing won yet. And I think it's very important just to remember that we need to stay humble and we need to just keep working hard now behind the scenes. Hopefully, we can go one step further than last year. It's obviously a tough competition to win. But as I said, we've 35 lads in the panel or so on, and we've such a massive backroom team that all do exceptional work. And I think that obviously we're a year older, a year wiser this year. We learned from our mistakes last year. Just fingers crossed that we can go another step.
Terrific display by the under-20s in the Munster final. They were unlucky in the end. Fantastic work by the minors yesterday in an All-Ireland final now. That's super. And ye lads in the Munster final. We're getting spoiled here in Clare.
You take a bit of inspiration from the 20s and the minors because they've got some exceptional players and exceptional management teams, and the displays they put in has been inspiring for us even. And we do talk about it, that the players like John Keneally, full back for the 20s. Adam obviously was very unlucky. You've got there's 10 or 7 or 10 lads, I'm not too sure the exact amount with the 20s with us, and then you've got underage players like Hagerty and obviously Gunning the captain, who are just exceptional players, and just Collins and so on. We all take great inspiration for that, and we're all very excited to see where these players go in the future, and hopefully the minors now can go and win it, and we're all behind them now.
Super stuff, Rory. Thanks a million. Brilliant game. Well done. Thanks, Rory.